Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome into my YouTube channel Insight. We are discussing the unseen flaws in our healthcare system. Today is the fourth episode of our vlog series on this topic. What if I told you that many of the hidden flaws in the global healthcare system, unnecessary treatments, financial conflicts, and medical errors are not just Western problems, but are deeply rooted in Pakistan's healthcare as well. In Pakistan, thousands of patients suffer due to misdiagnoses, overprescription, and lack of transparency in medical practices. But how often do we question the system? Dr. Marty Makary's Blind Spots exposes these unseen realities in the United States healthcare system. But today, we shall explore how these same issues play out right here in Pakistan and why it matters for doctors, patients, and policymakers. Let's uncover the hidden truths of our healthcare system and discuss what we can do to fix them. So, in this fourth episode of our discussion, we shall discuss the issues raised by the blind spots, which are relevant to developing countries like Pakistan. The book Blind Spots tells the global rise of unnecessary healthcare and what we can do about it. This is the main theme of this book. Issues raised by this book, which are relevant to developing countries like Pakistan, there are few issues. And what are those? First, reforming medical guidelines and practices. This is a very relevant issue relating to Pakistan. Many outdated medical guidelines in Pakistan continue to influence treatment decisions. For instance, unnecessary antibiotic prescriptions are rampant. So, in my opinion, the first important issue from the book Blind Spots, which is relevant to Pakistan, is that there is need for reforming medical guidelines and practices. Because what I see, many outdated medical guidelines in Pakistan, they influence the treatment decisions. Second issue which I think is relevant to Pakistan is combating overuse and misuse of medication. We know the overprescription of antibiotics, painkillers, and unnecessary procedures is common due to patient demand, doctors' incentives, and lack of oversight. Patient comes and they say, write down for me this medicine. My mother, my father, my sister got improved with this medicine, so you also write for me this one. He or she comes and says, uh, make these investigations, or prescribe for me or advise me to do these investigations, and the doctor does. And there is some incentives for the doctors as well, from the diagnostic side as well as from the treatment side. Not for all doctors, but for significant number of doctors, there are incentives. And of course, there is lack of oversight in the doctors community regarding the whole problem. They focus only on the patient. They most of the times they ignore the overall impact of their practices. The third relevant issue, in my opinion, is addressing medical dogma and outdated practices. Many healthcare professionals in Pakistan rely on outdated medical knowledge due to gaps in continuing medical education. One example I'll share with you. I'm practicing gastroenterology and hepatology. So the restriction of proteins, this is almost universal in the doctors community. They strictly advise their patients to avoid protein strictly. Those who develop hepatitis or those who are cirrhotics, they advise for strict parhez from protein, especially bada gosht, the beef. There is no scientific evidence that beef is harmful for hepatitis or for cirrhotic patients. Rather, we say if a patient becomes cirrhotic, they must ensure the daily requirement of proteins, the animal origin proteins they should take to help their sarcopenia. But by and large, this is a general advice to the patient: avoid proteins and the bada gosht. Another issue relevant to developing countries like Pakistan, in my opinion, is reducing unnecessary medical procedures. C-sections and unnecessary diagnostic tests are overperformed in private hospitals due to financial incentives. Unnecessary imaging, CT scans, ultrasounds, lab tests, H. pylori tests, all these tests, they are not required. Upper GI endoscopies, lower GI endoscopies, most of the times there is no clear indications, but these are advised and these are done. The fifth relevant issue, in my opinion, is strengthening patient-centered care and awareness. In Pakistan, patients often follow doctors' advice blindly without questioning treatments or seeking second opinion. And I think we should empower our patients that they should ask why this treatment has been advised to me, why to undergo that sort of investigation. At least they should discuss with the patient, okay, what's with the doctor, what's the plan of my management, how we will proceed. They never question. When I give them the options, well, should we go some baseline investigations, or in my opinion, it's just simple complaints and I can write down the treatment for you. They say, Dr. Saab, as you wish. The most frequent answer when I want to take the opinion of my patients regarding their management plan is, Dr. Saab, as you wish. I'm here, what you decide for me. I think we should educate our patients that they should discuss their problems, their management plans with their doctors. The sixth relevant issue is reforming bureaucracy and medical accountability. This is very, very, very important. Corruption, mismanagement, and lack of accountability weaken Pakistan's healthcare system. We know about it. There is no second opinion about it. And the seventh relevant issue is tackling the cost and accessibility of healthcare. Expensive private healthcare and poor quality public healthcare force many Pakistanis into financial hardships. So, dear colleagues, these are the seven main relevant issues which are applicable or which are present in our healthcare system, the broad ones. These are the big main issues, are the big main lessons which I got from the blind spots, and these are relevant to Pakistan. In the next episode, which will be the last episode of the series, I'll share with you the implementation strategies for applying blind spots findings in Pakistan's healthcare system, how we can take help of this book, of the write-up of the Dr. Makary to improve our own healthcare system here in Pakistan. So be with me. In the next episode, we shall discuss the implementation strategies for blind spots findings in Pakistan healthcare system. Till then, take care. Khuda Hafiz.